So, have you guys ever watched that show Gundam? Yes? Oh dear, you didn't. No.
It's not believable. You're all fucked now.
Still bet I could take him.
Okay, you have sold me. I'll take 7. Teen.
What? No. I just want everyone to know that Netflix is having another season of the Requiem of Vengeance version of it. But what did you guys think I was talking about? I just wanted a little, like, entertainment news. What do you think we were thinking, you fucking idiot? What they were thinking? You have any idea how many fucking young gentlemen, or even women, who are millennials and below who just got incredibly excited?
Yeah, that's right. Grandpa Buff knows about giant fighting robots. Let's go back with it. It's lore now.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I still reign supreme.
Oh, you guys all thought that I was making giant mech war robots. That's, nah, I didn't make the budget this year. It what? Nothing. It's G14 classified. Hey, what's this I hear about some new project that the UK, well, a company in the UK has been developing for, like, faster space travel? Very well, it's called the Sunbird. And it's a nuclear reactor on board of something that uses an ion thruster. It's a program to try and redevelop the ion thruster so that you can achieve higher speeds when you're in space, ultimately cutting down the travel time to many other locations. If the project goes forward, it will be the fastest man-made object in existence. Well, a little bit of a caveat to that. Now, there are satellites that will achieve a greater speed than this. However, they use different gravitational pulls of various objects in space to kind of slingshot themselves in a way. So this one will be completely organic. Huh. Well, maybe you guys figured out something I didn't, because in the 1950s I tried the same thing. Well, kind of. It was nuclear propulsion, which I assume is kind of like your reactor idea.
Ah, yeah, Project Orion. It was a hypothetical. They were just gonna use, repeated nuclear blast to propel something through, space. It was a really cool idea, but back then we had a whole lot less regulation when it came to nukes. God, we were throwing them at everybody. It's like kind of, once you crack open that can of worms on, Japan in the 1940s, we were just like, hey, what happens if we nuke some boats? What happens if we put a nuke on air-to-air? What happens if we do nuclear air-to-surface? How about a nuclear artillery piece? Nuclear RPG? Fuck it, nuclear space travel.
This is just using the reactor as a power source. My god, the 1950s were an interesting time. You remember that nuclear landmine that I made? Really cool idea. Super effective when used. Downside was the chickens. If you know, you know. In the world of technology, I hear that an American company is now trying to develop a 100-foot-long autonomous surface vessel entirely ran by robots and AI. Well, certain other countries have a lot more people than me, and so people are hard to come by. Systems I can produce all kinds of shit, so that's the way that I look at it. So if somebody else wants to come at me with an overwhelming amount of force, I'm going to have an underwhelming amount of force. However, they're going to be accompanied by an absolute metric fuck ton of AI and drones.
It is so fucking backwards. People are cheap. Ammo and systems, that is expensive.
Still running the meat wall tactics, huh? I guess that also explains why you're getting, well, some of your artillery units on the front lines in Ukraine are getting almost 100% of their ammo from North Korea.
No, they are not. See, I told him what you told me to say.
But don't say it out loud. God, this is why your spies suck. Anyways, that's not true, America. I've been producing all of my weapons and ammunition right here in the Russian Federation. Good. Fucking, I am having some serious issues with this accent for the last couple days.
It was your own reports from your artillery units. And besides, you produced like 2.4 million rounds last year, and you fired over 6 million rounds of artillery. The math ain't mathin', homeboy.
I know not what you talk about. I have plenty of stockpiles and I can produce more than I need. Just like when the great Joseph Stalin was in charge of Mother Russia. We will do it all by ourselves.
You know, Joseph Stalin did do one thing really, really good. And it's a quote. because sometimes he was a man of truth. And this is a direct quote, by the way. The United States is a country of machines. Without the use of these machines through Lend-Lease, we would have lost this war. That's what he said at the end of World War II.
Wait a minute. Isn't your president trying to, the end of his goal is to deport American prisoners to other countries? Is that even legal?
God, why are these stories so difficult, man? I'm the missile guy. I'm not a constitutional lawyer or fucking economist. I don't know if it's legal. I have no idea. But I will say, from a strictly, devoid of all morality, kind of a policing standpoint, at least in my opinion, there's a lot of rules and regulations about how well you have to take care of prisoners in the United States, and a lot of other countries don't really have that. There's that place down in Arizona that makes their people wear pink, and they eat bologna sandwiches every single day, and they live outside in tents. You should see their repeat offender rate compared to the national average. Staggeringly lower. And I don't know why you're all uppity about it. You and your friends over there in the European Union are gonna ban carbon fiber?
There will be exceptions to this, but we've started realizing that when car manufacturers use excessive amounts of carbon fiber, it is incredibly difficult to deal with once the car is sent to the junkyard. You can't recycle it. There's just nothing you can do about it. It's the ecologically smart thing to do. You dunce.
I gotta ask, is this because a bunch of hippies found a video somewhere of a sea turtle chewing on some carbon fiber? It seems like that's kind of like the motivator, like the whole straw situation.
I literally just told you why we're doing it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't paying attention. You realize you're trying to convince a war machine to, care about the environment, right? You have any idea what kind of emissions come out of my 8 fucking engines? I'll give you a hint. It's somewhere between none and a fuck ton.
Seems like your priorities are a little out of whack. Could get rid of a lot of other things instead of carbon fiber, but hey, you do you.
Hey, Uncle Sam, did you hear that we're getting another big load of cicadas this year? Oh, I can't wait to use that fucking character. That guy's great.
Did you ever think for a second that I don't want to just sit in a tree and scream at the top of my lungs until I find a mate? Because I do. That's exactly what I want to do. It's actually the most enjoyable thing ever. You just sit up there and go, "Hey, bitch!"
All of my companies, stop importing from Boeing in the United States.
I got it, you're still upset about the whole tariff situation, but you realize that's just enabling me, right? I'm not really a quitter, I just adjust my industry. If I'm not selling commercial planes to you and everybody else, then Boeing is free to make weapons of war, and I sell them to my friends. And teach their own. It would actually be probably safer for you to continue to purchase Boeing commercial aircraft, but, do your thing. So, hey, Uncle Sam, yeah, we had a minor hiccup at a facility in Utah. Building's a total loss.
Grummy Bear, what the hell happened?
So we were testing, and something didn't go according to plan. Not really sure yet. Either someone threw something flammable in there, or someone went red, red, green instead of red, green, red when wiring something together.
What in the bloody hell were you testing?
Oh, it was just, that's G14 classified. Which isn't really a thing, but we're gonna say it anyways.
Look at them trying to produce like the great China and falling all over themselves. From our textiles to our electronics and our boats. I am building more boats than you.
Yeah, we're working on solving that. We just got a contract out for a low-cost underwater unmanned vehicle. It's called the Sea Dart. I really do want to say thank you for potentially providing me an opportunity to test it in real combat. I'm so thankful for that.
$150,000 a piece is not low cost.
Uncle Sam, why do we have to keep associating with the poor kid?
Puff, leave him alone. Now we go into actual cost analysis for a moment of clarity here. It's like when people say a $200 drone shot down by a $3 million missile. Well, it's not just the cost of the drone versus the missile. It's the cost of what missing or not shooting that drone actually is. So in the world of underwater vehicles and submarines, certain submarines can level entire cities, like my Ohio class. Well, depending on the country, it could level entire countries. So that $150,000 pales in comparison to the 100,000, 200,000 lives and billions, maybe even trillions of dollars to rebuild a city center that gets hit with something. Cost analysis.
Uncle Sam, I have a solution for the whole production thing. I think we got this covered.
You know, kid, you can't just eliminate everybody in a certain country. It's frowned upon.
No, the solution is Franklin.
Oh, how is that guy? I haven't heard much from him in a while. Also, kind of curious how a raccoon is going to help with my production problems, but I'm curious. I'm listening.
Oh, he's good. After the whole, loss of the election, he decided to go kind of find himself. Realized that he was a little bit too, edgy for most people, especially, the Amish. But anyways, so he kind of cleaned himself up a little bit, got back into the life. He's still planning on running in 2028, but he also wanted me to tell you that raccoons have little people hands. And they'll work for literal peanuts. Like, they'll work for damn near, some of them might even work completely for free. No. He says that was outlawed in 1865. They gotta have peanuts.